Hey guys, welcome to the next session of a JDBC course for absolute beginners. So in the previous session we discussed on how we can use the callable statement, how we can create the store procedure, and how we can pass the argument to the store procedure. So till now in the JDBC series we have completed this insert operation, then we have created this select record operation, and then we went through get all records like in this we covered this getting record by roll number. In this we covered getting all the records, and in this operation we used stored procedure and we use callable statement, and again we used callable statement to see how we can pass the parameters or arguments to the store procedure. So till now we covered this one. If you don't know, you can check out my the whole series, and the link is in the description box, and you will find all the suggested videos in this card. Today in this session we are going to work on update operation. So update operation is one of the most important operation which requires some logic than all the other operations like insert, delete and select. So update operation requires some logic. So today in this session we are going to work on this, and we are going to cover each and every small things into this session. So over here we already created these switch case over here, and over here as of now we have 4 options. So let me add the 5th option so that we can add one new option into it. So let me give system.out.println. At the 5th option we will just give update record like this, and to update the record we need to create one more method. So after this everything, at the end of all the methods, let me create one more method that is called as a update record. So after this select record by roll number, let me add one more method that is called as a private update record, and or private void update record like this, and this will not accept any parameter. And into these two curly brackets we need to write the code for update record method. As of now let me give one dummy message into it. I just need to check whether my switch case is working perfectly or not. So let me give just one message like dummy message like this. Let me save this one, and let me go to above this switch case, and over here let me add case 5 like case 5. At the 5th case we just want to call student database dot update record method, and then we just need to add break keyword like this. So let me save this one, and let me just correct these things. So let me just now save this one, and let me run this program. Let's see what happens when we choose option as a 5th option, and let me use 5th option, and dummy message is getting displayed. So that means our switch case is working perfectly fine, and when user enters the 5th option, it is calling this update record method. So now inside this update record method we just need to add the logic for updating the record. Now over here let me remove this dummy line. So over here whenever we try to update the record, the first thing that we need to do is to ensure that record is present. For example, let's suppose if we have 5 records in the table, and like 1 2 3 4 and 5 rows that we have in the table, and let's suppose if user tries to change the record for roll number 10 which is not present in the table, so in that case the operation should not proceed. So in such a cases, first thing that we need to do is to check whether the record is present into the table or not. So for that, first of all we need to perform the like select operation. So for that, first of all we need to perform the select operation. In the couple of sessions back we created this select record method, and we created this logic to select the record. So if you are following my sessions from the back, you can copy these same things and you can paste it to fetch the records and all. So you can copy these things and you can paste it. Otherwise, if you know how to play with the methods and all, and if you know how to play these methods and how to return these records and all, you can just simply modify this previous select record method so that you can return all these things, so that you don't need to write the duplicate things. But as of now, I do not want to make this session very complex, and I just keep this session for everybody, like beginners and mediators and everyone. So that's why I'm not going to make this session like complex by changing the data types and by changing the return types, by adding the parameters and all. I do not want to make these things. So if you have knowledge, you can definitely go over it, otherwise you can follow me. So over here we have already created this connection, and also in the JDBC we have 5 steps to follow, that is load and register the driver, then creating the connection, then creating the platform, then executing the query, and then at the end processing the result set, and at the end we just need to close all the connection. Among these 6 steps, we have already created this load and register the driver, and then we created this connection. So now we just need to create the platform to perform select operation. So let me go over here, and let me just write one SQL query. Like, first of all, let me just declare one variable of type string, which is equals to string SQL, which contains the query like select star from, where star from student, which is my table name, where roll number is equals to 5. So as of now I will just add this value as a 5, but in a moment I'm going to change this value. Now over here we just need to create the platform. So we can create the platform like connection dot create statement, and this will return me the reference for statement. So these statement comes from java.sql package. Make sure you are importing these from java.sql package only. And now over here this connection.create statement throws us one error, so that we need to handle. So I'll just throw this error from this update record method. So this is why I'm throwing the error. This is because my main method is capable of handling all the exceptions, so that's why I'm just throwing the error. So over here in the main method we added all these things into the try catch block like this. So as you can see over here in the main method we have added all these things in a try catch block. So if any exception occur, this update record will throw this SQL exception to my main method, and main method will handle this catch block, and main method will handle this exception. So now exception is thrown, and we are going to we have created this statement. Now we just need to execute the query, that statement dot execute query like this, and inside the brackets we need to give this SQL query. So this execute query will return me the result set. So let me just store it into the result set. Again, this result set comes from java.sql package, so make sure you are importing from the java.sql package only. Now we have the result set, and then we just need to check like if result dot next value is present or not. So in the result or in the fetch operation itself, like in the second operation in this select record operation, we have talked about this result set and on and how this result set works and what is this next method. So if in the result set, if next value is present, then that means the result set is contains some values, that is result found. Otherwise, if the result set is empty, then we just need to show the message like records not found like this. So let me show the message like records not found like this. And over here, if the record is found, then we just need to show the messages like user. So we just need to show some current value to the user, like these are the current values and what you want to update. So we need to ask the user. So over here what I'll just do, I'll just fetch all the results from the result set and I'll just store it into the variable. So first of all I need to fetch the roll number. So how I can do this? I can just do result dot get int and my column name. So my column name is roll number. So I'll just show you the table structure as well in a moment, but as of now I know this column name, so I'm just adding this column name. So let me store it into the int roll number is equals to, then I just need to use string name is equals to result dot get string, then I just need to add my column name. So my column name is name itself, and then I just need to store the percentage. So percentage is double type, so let me store it into the double, that is percentage is equals to result dot get double, and my column name is percentage itself, and at the end let me just add string address is equals to result dot get string, and my column name is address, like this. And now we are able to fetch the result and we are able to store into the variable. So let me give these messages to the user so that we can show all the values which this variable contains. So roll number is plus roll number, like this. Then again let me just copy the first message itself, let me paste it 3 more times, and let me just change name is, which is stored into the name variable. So let me copy these, paste it over here, then let me copy this percentage as well. So percentage is percentage, and then address is address, like this. And let me now save this one. So now we are successfully able to write logic to fetch the results. So let me save this one, and let me first of all show you the table structure, and let me first of all show you what the table contains exactly, and then we will try to run this code. So let's see, let me go to my MySQL client, and if you are using SQL Yoke or something called as a MySQL Workbench, then definitely you will get some better user interface in which you can interact with the tables. As of now I'm using the MySQL command line, so I'm just writing some commands like use jdbc db, which is my database name. Then I just need to use select star from student, which is my table name. And now over here we have 4 records like roll number 5, 6, 7, 8, and over here we have at the 5 we have Raj. So over here if you remember, we have hard coded the values, that is roll number is equals to 5. So let me run this code and let's see what happens when we give the option as a 5. So now over here we are able to see the message like name is Raj, percentage is 85.5, address is Mumbai. So we are able to successfully fetch the record for roll number 5. But we just do not want this roll number 5 only, we want some dynamic values. So let me just remove this one and let me just take the user input. So over here we just need to give the message like enter roll number to update record, and then whatever roll number user will enter, I just need to store that roll number into my variable. So I'll just make it as int roll, you can give any name, then scanner, or instead of the scanner I just need to use integer dot parse int, and then inside the brackets I need to use scanner dot next line, like this. So make sure you are adding this in a correct way. So you can just check this line twice because this line contains a lot of brackets and all, so make sure you are adding this in a correct way. We have already created the instance for this scanner before couple of sessions back. So we have already created this one If you haven't created, you can add this line over here. And now whatever user will enter the value, it will get stored into this role variable. I just need to concatenate this role variable over here. So let me give the space. So make sure you are adding the space, because space matters in the JDBC, and not only in the JDBC but in a MySQL the space matters. So make sure you are adding the space, and let me now save this one, and let's see what happens when I try to run this code. So let me use 5, and it is asking me for the roll number. So let me give 8, and on 8 it is giving me like name is Harsh, percentage is 78, and address is Delhi. So let me recheck this one, and on the 8 roll number we have Harsh, 78, and address is Delhi. So that means it is giving me output correctly. Now if we got the record, we just need to ask the user, what do you want to update? So over here, after showing all the results, I just need to ask the user like what the user needs want to update. So let me just give this one more message like sout, what do you want to update, like this, and whatever user will enter, I'll just keep this in my choice variable. So let me give choice, or instead of that, let me give some more options like sout. I'll just give option A as my, or instead of the A, I'll just give 1 as my, let's suppose, name. So user want to update name if the choice is 1. Then let me add 2 more options, and for the second thing let me give percentage, and then let me give the third option as address, like this, so that user will choose. Yeah, if the user wants to change the name, it will he or she will choose 1. If user wants to change the percentage, user will choose second option. If user want to change the address, user will choose the third option. And whatever user will choose, I just want to store that choice into one of my variables. So let me create one more variable, int choice is equals to integer dot parseInt, and inside the bracket let me give scanner dot next line, like this. So now whatever choice is entered by the user, I'll just I'm just storing it into the choice variable. And then once we got the choice, we just need to add the switch case. So let me add switch case over here, and instead of this key, my variable is choice, I need to give. And if case is 1, so I am just giving one message like user want to update name to be update. So I'm just giving the dummy messages, and I'll just check this whether the switch case and everything is working or not, and then only I'll just write the code to update the things. So name to be updated, and I'll just copy the same message. Then I just need to add one more case, that is case 2. Then at the case 2, user wants to update percentage, then percentage to be updated, and then let me add break case 3, then system.out.println. Let me copy this line, let me paste it over here, and address to be updated, like this. So let me add break over here. So now we have created this switch case and all. So let's see what happens when we try to execute the code. So let me choose 5th option to update the record. It is asking me to enter the roll number, so let me give 8. So it will show me the previous or current values for the roll number 8, that is Harsh, 78.0, and Delhi. So again it is asking me what do you want to update. I'll just give 1, and it is giving me the message like name to be updated. That means all the logic that we have added over here, this switch and all, is working perfectly fine. Now instead of this system.out.println, this line we need to write the actual logic to update the records. So over here how we can do this. So first of all, let me create one string which will contain my SQL query. So in this I'll just give my SQL query like update, which is my table name, update student set. And now over here we want to do some modifications. So over here I'll just keep this as it is, and then instead of this system.out.println, what I will do, I'll just make it as SQL query is equals to SQL query, and I'll just update further string. So for example, if I want to update the student name, then the query will be like update student, which is my table name, set name is equals to, for example, let's suppose I just need to give new name that is called as a Deep, where roll number is equals to some roll number, like this. So this will be my final query. So over here the value that are going to change is this name Deep. So these are the part that is going to change, and all this part will remain same. So over here I just kept this common part into this SQL query variable, and then what we will do, we will just append these name is equals to Deep, where roll number is equals to 5. So this part we will just append. So over here let me append the part. Let me make it as name is equals to, let me keep Deep as it is inside the single quotes, and then we just need to use where roll number is equals to, and the roll number is stored into this roll number variable. So let me use that variable itself. So let me give it as roll number is equals to plus roll number, like this. And now the query is ready. But over here, if you observe, we have hard coded these values called as a Deep. In a moment we are going to change this one, because I like to perform every operation step by step. So first of all, I like to hard code the values, and once we got the output which is working as hard coded with the hard coded values, then only I will add the logic to change the dynamic values. So now over here we are able to create this one, and we are able to create this query. So we just need to fire this query. So how we can do this? We just need to use prepared statement. So over here let me use the prepared statement like connection dot prepared statement or prepare statement. Inside the brackets we need to give the SQL query, which is stored into the SQL query, and this will return me the reference for prepared statement. So let me store it into the prepared statement, which is an interface and which comes from java.sql package. Let me make it as prepared statement is equals to, so whatever this prepared statement will be, this prepared statement will return an reference. I'm just storing that reference over here like this, and then we just need to make it as prepare statement dot execute update like this, and this execute update will give me an integer value which will contain the rows affected by this query, and if rows are greater than 0, then that means record updated successfully. So let me give it as system.out.println record updated successfully like this. So let me give the message at the end, let me give the semicolon like this. Now let me save this code and make if you remember, we have hard coded this name value, and as of now we haven't added any logic to this percentage and address. We will just check only for the name itself, and if the name is getting updated, we will add the same logic for every other operation. So now everything is done, and then let me just go back to this or let me just run this code, and till then let me go back to this over here, and I'll just try to change the value for the name and the roll number 5. So it should be currently it is Raj. After executing our code, it should be Deep. So let me go back to this one, let me add 5, and it is asking me for enter roll number to update. Let me give the 5. So it is giving me all the records which are associated with the 5, and then it is asking me what do you want to update. As of now we have added only thing for a name, so let me give 1 and record updated successfully. So let me go back to this one, let me try to hit this query again, that is select star from student. And now over here if you see, we have previously the name was Raj, currently the name is Deep, like this. So now this thing is done and our update query is working perfectly fine. So now only thing that we need to do is to remove these hard coded values, because we do not want to make this thing as hard coded. We want to change this thing. So over here, instead of using these deep in a hard coded values, I'll just remove this one, and instead of this I'll just put the question mark. So if you are following my sessions from very first session, then you may know these question mark will represent the dynamic value, and in JDBC it is called as a placeholder. So this question mark represents the dynamic value. So over here now to this particular question mark we can set any dynamic values. So over here let me just ask the user what the name user wants to change. So let me just use ask the user like enter new name, and whatever user will enter I will just store it into the string new name variable, and let me just use scanner dot next line like this. And now this new name will contain the name that needs to be updated. So this prepared statement gives us an opportunity to set the dynamic values. So I'll just make it as after this particular line, that is connection dot prepare statement. So after this particular line I'll just set the parameter. So I'll just need to make it as prepared statement dot set string and the parameter index. So over here we have only one question mark, and the question mark number is 1. So this is the first question mark in this query, so parameter index will be 1. And what the value that I want to set, I just want to set this new name as my name to be updated like this. And now this query will act as a dynamic query. So let me run this one again, and let me just show you the table. On the 5th we have Deep. I just want to make it as Raj again, so let me add 5 as my choice, enter roll number to update 5, and then I just want to update the name like this. It is asking me for the new name, I just want to update it as a Raj, and record updated successfully. So let me go back to this one, and now we are able to see the Raj name over here. Now over here our name or our update name is working perfectly fine, and we can use the same logic to update the percentage and to update the address as well. So if you know all the basics of Java, then only you can pick this common code and you can play around it. But as of now I'm considering that people may know or may not know about these basics of Java. So that's why I'm not going to focus on code reuse. Instead I'm going to focus on the output. So that's why I'll just copy everything that we have added for the case 1, and I'll just paste this code for this percentage and address. So if you know all the basics, then definitely you can reuse the code, because code reusability is most important part of the coding and programming. So if you know all the basics of Java, definitely you can reuse the code. But I'm just copying this code and I'm just pasting this over here for the percentage operation as well. So let me remove this dummy line, let me paste it over here, and instead of this enter new name, I just need to use enter new percentage like this, and the percentage is double value, so I just need to store it into the double. So let me make it as double new percentage, and instead of this scanner dot next line, I just need to write double dot parse double. Inside the brackets I need to give scanner dot next line, like this. So make sure you are adding these things perfectly, and any single mistake will lead you to the error. And then SQL query will be like SQL query is equals to SQL query, then plus name. So instead of name I just need to use percentage, which is my column name, like this. So let me show you. So over here my column name is percentage, and this column name I need to give over here. Percentage is equals to question mark, which again gives us like an and dynamic values, where roll number is equals to the roll number. So instead of the roll number I just need to copy this new or I just need to keep this roll number itself, and then I just need to use prepared statement. So instead of this prepared statement I will just give the name as prepared statement 1. So because over here we have already created this prepared statement, and that's why it is giving me the error due to the duplicacy. So over here that's why it is giving me the error. So let me give it as prepared statement 1, then connection dot prepared statement, inside the brackets it will be SQL query itself, then prepared statement 1 dot, instead of the set string I just need to use set double, like this, and parameter index will be parameter index will be the first index, and instead of this x I just want to pass this new percentage. So I hope this is not becoming too much complex, but the update operation is pretty much headache for everyone, and this update operation needs to be done with a lot of things, like we need to check the record is present or not first, then only we can perform the operation. So there are certain scenarios that we need to consider while playing around the update operation. So over here again it is giving me the error for rows, that duplicated local variable, because on this first operation itself we have one rows variable. So let me give it as rows 1, and again it is giving me the message like prepared statement 1 dot execute update. So now all the errors are vanished, and over here I just need to use rows 1. So if rows 1, so this is the just a name that I given, you can give any name. Rows 1 if greater than 0, that is record updated successfully. So in similar way let me copy this first case code again, and let me paste it for this address to be updated code. So now let me just change this code, that is enter new address, and whatever it will enter I'll just store it into the new address variable. And over here we just need to use address, which is my column name. So over here, which is my column name is address, so I just need to give that column name over here is equals to question mark, which represents the dynamic value, where roll number is equals to roll number. Instead of this prepare statement, at this time let me give prepare statement 2, then connection dot prepare statement SQL query, and prepare statement dot set string 2, or prepare statement 2 dot set string. It will be 1 only, because in this query we have only one question mark, and I just want to set the dynamic value for the first question mark itself, so that's why it will be 1. And then I just need to pass new address variable over here like this. And if rows 2, so let me give the name, that is rows 2, then prepare statement 2 dot execute update, and if rows 2 is greater than 0, then only record updated successfully. Now everything is done, and we have added code for everything. So now let me just update the record for, let's suppose, so we have roll number 8. So let me try to update this roll number 8, and let me try to update the address as Mumbai. So currently it is Delhi, so let me try to update it as Mumbai. So let me give the roll number 8 like this, and it is giving me all the existing values. So let me update address. So it is asking me for enter new address, so let me give it as Mumbai like this, and record updated successfully. Let me go back to this one and let's see what happened. And on the roll number 8, the address is updated as a Mumbai. So now I hope you got an idea over this one, how we can perform the update operation on the table with the help of JDBC. So initially we fetched all the records with the help of one select query, and if the record is present, then only we are just trying to update the value. So let me run this code again and let's see what happens if we enter some wrong number. So let me add update record. It is asking me for the roll number, so let me add it as 111, which is not present, and it is giving message like records not found. So if roll number is not present in the table, we are giving the messages like records not found. So I hope you got an idea around this one, and we have used some duplicate code over here, which is definitely against these coding standards. We do not need to add these kind of duplicate codes, but as of now I consider that the viewers that we watching to me are maybe familiar with the Java concepts or may not be familiar with the Java concepts. So whosoever is familiar with the Java concept, definitely add these things and definitely make this code as a reusable code. And if the people don't have the idea around this one, definitely you don't need to worry about this as of now, because we are going to focus on output only. And once we got some output, at the end we are going to see how we can correct this code and how we can reduce this number of lines. And also in the last, after getting all kind of operations and after creating all the operations, at last we are going to do this one, like how we can perform all the operations in a professional manner. So over here today in this session we seen how we can perform the update operation, and now we did the insert, select, and select all records, select records by roll number, update different kind of operation over this one. At the last session we are going to put this into the one loop, so that user will be able to perform multiple operations in a single build. So I hope you got an idea around this one, and I hope you enjoyed this session, and we'll see you in the next session.